Hey guys, welcome back to Bearded Lumber. Matthew and I appreciate you tuning in. Today we got another big log. You've seen this one sitting in our yard probably if you've watched a few videos. This is a monstrous white ash. Had a customer call me, I don't know, a few weeks ago, a month ago, wanted to know how big we could saw. And my normal response, I can saw as big as you can deliver. that normally gets them off balance, but we had a conversation. Apparently he had contacted everybody he knew in the adjacent county, had hauled the log around to several different sawmills, and they wouldn't even let him unload it off the truck. I said, well, don't worry about it. I said, if it's too big, we know how to handle it. But as you can see, hang on, we'll be right back. We'll talk about it. Okay guys, we're back. I was about to get on a roll there, but this log has a lot of bad things going for it to make a good saw log. It has a big, huge crotch knot here, and we're about 45 inches from the bark to the outside of the crotch knot. So that's going to have to come off there, and the log's kind of corkscrewed a little bit. So probably going to have to come in here and knock this side off a little bit. And it's got a bell on the other side we got to knock off. Now, I discussed all that with the customer when they dropped it off. You know, the end result is they want 3-inch slabs, whether they're live edge or square edge, a mix of both. But I explained to him that, you know, it was going to require some chainsaw work. And I did give him the option on the phone before he got here. I said, if you'll do all that chainsaw work, so I won't have to charge you for it. I said, if you drop it off and I got to spend an hour whittling it down, I said, I'm going to charge you for that time. So they dropped it off. We're going to have to get the big saw, like I say, try to square it up a little bit to where we can get it on the mill and make as few rotations and stop signs out of it as possible. It's still a big log. We're still going to have to roll it. He's probably still going to end up with some boards that are not 3 inches thick, just trying to get it whittled down to something that we can get some 3-inch slabs out of. It's white ash, it's a hardwood, pretty heavy for what it is. It's not as heavy as oak, but it's still a handful. And it'll give the mill a fit rolling it because it's not cylindrical. You know, it's not like a gun barrel. It's twisted, oblong, so the more we can straighten it up now, the easier time we'll have on the sawmill. But like I tell you guys, you got to run your business and tell your customer up front, this is not an ordinary log. It's oversized, it's odd, and it's going to require an hour's worth of work before we even get it up on the mill. And then when we get it up on the mill, it's going to take longer because he's wanting as wide and thick pieces as we can get. So just bear that in mind. You got to run your business, be profitable. We'll get everything warmed up. It's a little cool this morning, and we'll get started whittling on it. Okay, time for a little investigation. Sound like we hit something in there. Now you really got me ill. I got a 4-foot bar with a dull chain. That'd do it. Take it out like that. There we go. Break some of these pieces out of there. That's why I cut them. So, yeah. Break it up from the bottom. See if I can break it around it. I don't know what that is. It's got threads on it. Looks like a bolt. It ain't wood threads, it looks like bolt threads. I drove a dang bolt in there. Back up. Well, I'm trying to get where I can actually get a hold of it first. You weren't gonna pull that one out. Rip it the rest of the way off. Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Put the pry bar in there, see if you pull on there. Yeah, get it. And turn the camera off. Okay, guys. Matthew got it out. It's a 3/8 bolt. Walk around without it. Here. Where'd I drop the tape measure to? Yeah. About a time you get to the rest of it there, about a 10-inch 3/8 bolt. I don't know what, and it won't screw in, so dummy had to drive it in with a hammer. Pretty much burnt a chain on a 4-foot bar. Made a couple attempts to call the customer. So we're done. We're on a holding pattern. I'm not putting a dime's more into this until I know I can get paid. Okay? Because, like I say, that's a 4-foot piece of chain that's just pretty much burnt. And I'm not putting it on my mill, running 2 or 3 saw blades, and suckers won't pay. So we'll give you an update when we got one to give. For right now, this POS is going out in the yard, and we're going to go do something else. Okay, guys, we're back. It's been just a quick second for you, but it's been a few days for us. You see, we hit that awful bolt in this white ash log. Had to have time to communicate with the customer, Turned out it wasn't his log, it was actually one of his customers' logs. Had to communicate with them, explain to them how much money they were into already, running a chain on a 4-foot bar, and the time and effort, but they decided it was worth it. So we're back today. I got the big saw out, finished cutting off the big crotch knots that was hanging off of it, and we're gonna put it up on the mill and try to make some slabs out of it. It's really not that good a log, still a lot of defects in it, but the customer fell in love with it, and we're gonna do our best to saw it. Unfortunately, because of the way it growed, it had a bell on the bottom and it had a crotch knot. There's not gonna be a lot of live edge stuff. So, what are you doing, Taylor?
Getting sawdust.
Grandkids down here getting some sawdust for the chickens this morning. Real world. Okay, guys, let's get this up here and try to get it done. We're tired of looking at it. It's time for it to go away. Okay, welcome back, guys. Matthew and I have decided to retitle this video and to end it. And the title of this video is Knowing When to Quit. And I hate quitting on a log, but I done communicated with the customer. I'm done. I'm done until I get paid, okay? And sometimes you gotta know when to quit. I have never quit on a log in my years of sawing until this one. And I'll tell you why. I'm already into it, a 4-foot chain off my big chainsaw. I'm into it, a sharpening on my small chainsaw.
Into it, another sharpening on that chainsaw.
Yeah, we're into it for another sharpening on that chainsaw. And I got to sharpen a big chainsaw again. It didn't burn the blade, but I hit another nail with it. We found another bolt. I'm into it, a $30 blade. And I mean, it's burnt. I'm gonna break it in half and throw it away. Plus time. In my math, and I keep a book over here of what we've hit, I'm in excess of $300 labor material on this log already. Now, we don't normally talk numbers. We're talking numbers this time because I'm telling you, sometimes you got to know where to quit. And I'm done. It's rolled off the mill. We're going to set it out here in the yard. I've already communicated to the person that owns this log that I am done until I get paid. We get paid, then we'll go forward. Because at some point, I got, as a business, to know when to quit, because I didn't think I was even going to get paid for the day. Just the feeling I had, okay? You got a gut feeling? Sometimes you need to listen to it. But being good customer service, Matthew and I try to take care of people. I don't mind that it's big. Yeah, it sucks. It's aggravating. Would have preferred to have cut it in half, but they was wanting some wide 3-inch slabs, so we was trying to accommodate. But my accommodation is over until I get compensated for labor and materials that I'm already into this log. Now, if they want to do that, then we'll proceed. But until that point, this log is dead to me, to Matthew. We're tired of fooling with it. And chances are, if it comes back up on the mill, it will be cut in half, because we found out it's just too big and odd. It's the worst of the worst. It's a short yard tree, and it's got a big bale, and then it went up about 8 feet, and it started branching out, a bunch of crotch knots. And I've whittled on it, and it's just aggravating size to try to run on a wood miser LT35. But we'll manage. If they want to proceed, like I say, I may not cut it in half. I may come take a full third off of one side so that we can put it up there. Trying to keep around a 18 to 20 inch slab. You know, the mill itself can do maximum 22 if it's perfectly square. Well, there ain't nothing perfect about this thing. So if you see it again, it'll be in another video, and it will probably be, first thing we'll do is take a third of it right off the side and hope we don't hit any more metal. So we're here to teach, guys. I'm trying to hit young sawyers, old sawyers like myself, you know, and this is another big one. Sometimes you got to know when to stop, and we've hit our stopping point on this one. It's done. Not because we can't do it, not because we won't do it, because I don't think we're going to get paid to do it. So, anything to add to that, Matthew? It's just things you run into. I mean, we all have an internal gut feeling, and you ought to listen to it. Most of the time, you're probably right. Your first impression's normally right. If something stinks, something don't smell right, it probably stinks. So, that's going to do it for today, guys. Sorry we didn't get it solved, but I hope you learned something from it anyway. As always, big shout out to Matthew and Solomon doing our videos. Can't thank them enough. Big shout out to Wood Mizer, Joe Maine, for supplying our saw blades. You know, we buy Wood Mizer Turbo 7s. We love them. So that's going to do it. You got any questions, comments, leave them in the description below. Thanks for watching as always, guys, and we'll see you back at the mill.
Thank you for watching. Here's a video selection and a playlist suggestion. Click here to subscribe for more great content. We'll see you at the mill.